Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more of the Umineko playthrough, and yeah, we're beginning the second day today. We are really going to be starting what I'm going to be assuming is going to be something really quite interesting. I mean, I really don't know what's going to happen, and obviously how it's actually going to differ to, you know, the first episode. I really wonder how it will. It's going to be really quite interesting just to see everything that's going to happen in general, really, and, you know, how the fuck this is actually going to play out, because obviously, like, Battler, I really wonder what the deal with him is. I really wonder if somehow the Battler of the world that Beatrice has actually been, I suppose, trolling him in. I wonder if that Battler is actually going to be replaced with the one that we see at the moment. I really don't know. It's going to be really quite interesting just to see what's here. So what is that sound that always fills my ear? It's obviously rumbling and you have tinnitus. Is that the sound of the rain? The sound of a waterfall? Or could it be radio static? Yeah, maybe not. If not, I want it to be the sound of blood flowing through my body. Blood thrown through your body makes a sound? What? As in your heartbeat? I don't know. I want it to be the sound of the blood circulating throughout me, telling me that I'm still alive. Yeah, that is weird. Oh, that's Kinzo's point of view. Is it morning? God, that's actually really quite interesting. That would be, yeah, that would make sense if it was his point of view. God, this is going to be interesting seeing his thoughts. The light entering through a crack in the curtain was a feint, but it at least told him that dawn had broken. So it's omniscient narration. Kinzo, well, no, is it omniscient? It's an all-knowing narrator. Well, it's third-person close narration, I suppose. Kinzo, still in the position he'd been when he woke up, still sitting in a chair and looking up at the ceiling, felt the blood slowly travel throughout his body. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, judging by the clock, it was early, 6 o'clock on the dot. Damn, just when I wake up. No matter how tired he was, no matter how deeply he slept, he always woke up at exactly this time, as though he had measured it with an hourglass. Oh god, yeah, that is a proper routine. My god, always though. That really quite surprises me. But I suppose that's good. You make a lot of the day if you wake up then. But at the same time, for Kinzo, for somebody living as miserable as a lifestyle as him, is that really a good thing? Yeah, that's horrible though. I mean, he's so close to dying that he just wants to hear the sound of his heartbeat, the sound of blood actually circulating through his body, so that he can confirm to himself that he's alive. He's so hellbent on the fact that he's going to die soon that, you know, he's doubting whether he can actually, I suppose, confirm that he's alive. Really, it's horrible. Yeah. He didn't think of this as something to boast about, but he told himself that as long as he could still manage this, his health couldn't be that bad. Yeah, that's interesting. That's fair. I suppose that could be a sign of hope for him. I don't know if that's scientifically true, but at the same time, like, I suppose it shows your body is actually in good condition if it can still maintain this habit of waking up at 6 o'clock. Morning has come, which means... Yeah! That's so interesting that he actually knows about this. It would appear I've avoided becoming one of the first sacrifices. Well, I think it's more likely the second one, to be honest. No, actually, I think it's more likely the first. No, it's gotta be. It can't be any of those, because obviously he's not in the correct place and he doesn't have the means, because obviously it is the fruits of his effort, because obviously Beatrice can't come in because of the fact that there is a you know, there's a scorpion symbol that's actually blocking her from entering. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. However, how irritating that I cannot tell the difference, but I mustn't be bothered by such trivialities. Yeah, God, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh my god, so is this actually going to tell us why he left? What about the trick, though, with the piece of paper that Eva put in the door? Kinzo was struck by a faint desire to see beyond the studied. Oh my god. After all, he might find the traces of someone's vain struggle to break through the door. Oh yeah, fair. A sign that somebody had tried to select him as one of the first 6 sacrifices. Yeah, fair actually, yeah. You're literally one yourself, but okay, humans are cheap creatures.
尽くして天命を待ちながら幸運を得られた時にはそれが単なる幸運ではなく己の技量によるものだったとうぬぼれたくもなる。
Well, I don't even disagree. I think if you have something that you've really worked hard for, obviously there's a lot of luck that's actually involved in the fact that, you know, you've found this thing that you really want to work hard for and it's obviously gone well, and also that you've been able to be a person that has worked hard initially. Those require luck, I suppose. And obviously luck of your upbringing, your, I don't know, genetics and your brain condition, stuff like that. I suppose that could be the luck that sort of impacts whether somebody can have potential to achieve success. Like, for example, you could have, I don't know, let's say you had really bad coordination in your hand, and I don't know, you have really, really shaky hands which can't let you, well, which inhibits your chances of success for something that requires a lot of writing. I don't know. See what I mean, though? Yeah. That was why he wanted to check whether there was a wretched mark on the dot. Yeah, fair. Yeah, the very desire was human. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, that's interesting. And that was why Kinsor did not check. He often rejected desires that came to him because he was human. God. By doing that, he could be immersed in a feeling of sufficiency, as though he himself had become a being that surpassed humans. Yeah, that is really, really bad logic, my god. He recognised human desires for what they were and guarded against them. Things that a human would want to do. He resisted. That eccentricity and rebellious nature had surely given him a rare genius. Not very healthy, though, making it possible for him to succeed in his exploits as he revived the Ushidomiya family in a single generation. In a single generation, I know, it's absurd. Well then, Beatrice. Yeah, that is going to be an interesting question. What were the 6 pieces you took? Fair question, yeah. And what will your next move be? Entertain me. My defense is perfect. Oh, that's interesting. I will not shame myself like last time. Like last time? What was last time, though, genuinely? God, his laugh. That does not give me a good feeling. Beatrice literally can't enter here, though, I thought, because of the fact that, you know, it's sealed by the scorpion chains. Yeah, the servants work early. They are to open the curtains, prepare breakfast, and complete various other tasks to welcome the guest to a new day. Yeah, fair. Oh! Oh, yeah, that's interesting that he is alive. Oh, so there are going to be different people that are actually dead here. During the family conference, he had been told to concentrate his efforts, especially on cooking. Yeah, definitely. Of course, he would be enthusiastic about that. Pride-orientated man gets the highest opportunity to actually show off in his, I suppose, career, really. I mean, of course, he's going to be exceptionally enthusiastic. Fair. And he'd been specially exempted from several tasks that servants normally must do. Oh yeah, that must be lucky. Yeah, it must be really quite boring, a lot of the tasks that servants have to do. Very, very repetitive as well. Gorda, who was a show-off, seemed to be feeling particularly superior because of that. Oh yeah. His duties are so important that I suppose he can rebel against the tasks that servants normally have to do. He let Genji and the rest prepare the rest of the mansion and worked on making breakfast in the kitchen. Yeah, nice one. Hopefully they'll enjoy it. Yeah, I really wonder when it's going to be discovered. Genji split the work with Shannon and Kanon and they carried out various tasks. Shannon headed to the dining hall and knocked. Last year, the family conference had continued into the early hours of the morning. Jesus Christ. It wouldn't have been odd if this year's conference had done the same. Fucking hell. So that is a conference filled with so much stress and arguing that it has literally made them do an all-nighter. That is absurd. I mean, my God, the amount of willpower somebody would actually... Well, all, I don't know, like 6, 8 people here would have to do it. It's absurd. 8 people, yeah. Considering the possibility that they were still having a discussion inside, she knocked. But there was no response as she opened the door and said good morning. I wonder if this is going to be where they're killed. Good morning. Is anyone there? Yeah, interesting that the room was cold. Yeah, the room was cold and the conference seemed to have ended a long time before. There was a tea set on the table from which they'd probably been drinking, arranged in a way that would make it easy to clean up. Cleaning up the tea was a servant's job. Oh yeah, that's boring. Yeah, if the family members were extra generous and cleaned it up themselves, servants would lose. God, that's horrible. I mean, yeah. So these people don't think of helping the servants because they would actually lose face if they helped them because of the fact that they'd lose their job. I mean, it does make sense. It's just really brutal. So it was a truly pleasant kindness for the family to do only this much. God. As she approached the table to clean it, she noticed something like a memo that had been left near the utensils and cups. Interesting. Since it was left right next to the tea set, Shannon picked it up, naturally thinking it was a memo for the servant doing the cleaning. Written there was not a request, nor was it a thanks for preparing the tea. There was just a single word. Shannon looked at it blankly and read it out aloud. Oh, that is interesting. Chapel. Is there... Firstly, is there a... Why would there be a chapel here? I genuinely don't understand. But that links to the place they've actually... They've surrendered to Beatrice. My god, I really wonder what their story is and how they've actually somehow appeared to this chapel. What this chapel is and, you know, what the hell any of this relates to. Oh my god, I wonder. I wonder if it's actually a place they can access. That is weird. A small sound kept repeating over and over. Normally, that sound would have been too trivial to be worth caring about. Oh, yeah, it's the worst ones. Oh, that is she. If only I could stop hearing it soon, I could go back to sleep right away, she thought vaguely. But no matter how much time passed, the sound did not end. It repeated over and over. Oh, shut up. Who is it? What? Why are you thinking a sound like that is trivial? What the fuck? Banging on the door this whole time. As soon as she realised that, she woke up. Someone was knocking. Oh, that's interesting. So she was half asleep. She couldn't actually interpret the sound as a sound that would have been used for knocking. Yeah, that makes sense. And then she noticed that it wasn't just a knock, but a voice as
Rosa-sama. Rosa-sama.
I'm surprised that she isn't dead. Why isn't she dead though? Well, obviously she has the letter. She poses value. Rosa-sama, Rosa-sama. Good morning. Interesting. Well, wait. I'm coming now. Yeah! Oh my god, I wonder what's actually going to happen. The chapel. That is where they... Let's be honest, that is where they've been murdered. But where is the chapel? And what is this chapel? And how do they get there? It had been Genji's voice. Looking at the clock, it wasn't even 7 o'clock. Yeah, that's a really offensive duty for a servant. Well, offensive act for a servant. Yeah, to wake the guests early, yeah. It was clearly too early to wake the guests. Yeah. Does something happen that was bad enough to call? Yes, I think that is the case! She felt her sleepiness increasingly fade thanks to this premonition of misfortune. Yeah, fair, yeah. Though Genji was a servant, Rosa had known him since their childhood days. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. So even though she was slightly defenseless in her pyjamas, she opened the door a crack and answered. This is going to be interesting. Good morning. Yeah, I apologize for waking you with this early. Did something happen? Yes. I really wonder what happened. Actually, at the chapel. Yeah, he can't even speak about it. Genji whispers something into Rosa's ear. For a second. It seemed that Osa couldn't really understand what she'd been told. After having it repeated several times, she realised that apparently something strange has happened. Dosa closed her door for a second, changed her clothes quickly. Yeah, and followed Genji towards the mansion. The fact that she isn't instantly running shows that maybe it isn't the worst thing that's happened. Or maybe that Genji has been ambiguous to what has actually happened and the severe, awful nature of what's happened. The chapel requires some explanation. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it wasn't in the mansion, but in a grove behind it. Oh, a short walk's distance away. Interesting. Actually quite surprises me. Why would there be a chapel? My god, it had been built at the same time with the mansion. So, though its walls have been repaired many times, looking at you from the outside, it had a very old building. Yeah, fair. But also I dashed through the rain along with Genji. Just like the previous night, the rain was falling in earnest. Yeah. Oh, that's a really quite nice image, that. Yeah, oh, wow, that's beautiful. God, eventually the chapel came into sight from behind a thin grove. Just looking at it from the outside, it seemed a place of dazzling beauty. Yeah, definitely. Where a pair of young lovers might want to get married. Yeah, I see that. I do, yeah. Oh, however, yeah, and now the fact that Kinzo has actually viewed it a very sacred place, it's interesting that Beatrice was there. She was in the place that Kinzo found very, very sacred. Because she is the object of Kinzo's ideals, really, of course. So Rosa and her siblings have been given strict instructions not to approach it unnecessarily. Now that is interesting, yeah. Even though they were all grown up now, approaching the chapel for any reason would still make them feel guilty. God, that's absurd. The respect and probably the fear they have for their dad. And also afraid, as if their father might get angry and... Jesus fucking Christ, and hit them in the face. God. Oh yeah, that's interesting, that. Even Genji, he was supposed to be cooking. The 7 silhouettes could be seen in front of the chapel's entrance. Goda, Shannon, and Kanon. Which meant that all of the servants on this morning shift had gathered. It's definitely something really big. A short while ago, Genji had spoken to Rosa, telling her what the situation was. Yeah, however, without laying eyes on it directly, she definitely hadn't been able to understand. It was probably the same for all the servants gathered here as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that... I like that it was in bold because now you can link that to, for example, Beatrice. Without seeing it with their own eyes, they wouldn't have been able to understand what was going on. Oh, shit. On the door of the entrance to the chapel. Yeah. Was something very large, drawn with a creepy, stringy paint that made one think of blood. Something like a creepy magic so yeah, that's exactly what it is. What? What is this? When was it drawn here? Yeah, that is a good question, yeah. The sevens looked at each other. Who drew it as well? Gorda was the first one to open his mouth. My apologies. Yeah, definitely, yeah. You know a building's secret if even the servants don't normally enter it. Yeah, then who was the first person to find it? That's a fair point. It was me. No, don't suspect her, oh my god. Yeah. Yep, secure your animi. Ah, yes. The new anime. Animi. No. When I went to the... Yeah, secure your alibi. Yeah, someone held up the memo with a shaking... Oh, you're shaking hand, god. Whose handwriting is? Good question, actually, yeah. It isn't Nissan or Nissan's. It could be Rudolph's, to be fair, but, yeah. So, after that, you came here and found this, right? Yes!
ローサ様、これを。
Rosa-sama, look at this. Wait, what? There's another thing?
何？
What? What?
For
Happy Halloween for. What? What? Oh! Conan pointed at a single line of English written below the creepy magic circle. Until it had been pointed out to her, she just thought it was another part of the magic circle. There, following the words were written in English. The following words were written in English. Okay, that is fucking weird. What? Poor Maria, Jesus Christ. How horrible is her life going to be now that, you know, she is basically the object of every single interrogation when they realise that, let's be honest, these people have been murdered. Happy Halloween for Maria. That is weird. This creepy magic circle was for Maria. That is actually really quite interesting. I mean, yeah, I suppose you could say that the greeting of, well, I suppose, you know, the common tradition of saying Halloween, Happy Halloween to Maria. Yeah, that's what you would normally be saying. But I think this actually makes sense because obviously it's not aimed at Maria, the greeting. It would say to Maria if that was the case. Or maybe it could just be odd grammar. Wait, let's see what it says in Japanese. Yeah. It's gotta be it. Yeah, that is weird. What the fuck? Yeah, happy Halloween. Yeah, oh my god, this is quite literal. Yesterday, only one person had said happy Halloween to Maria. Yeah, the key phrase matched. It was the Golden Witch, Beatrice. Oh, yep.
Maria?
What about Maria?
あの子、いとこたちと一緒に寝てるはずよね。
Yeah, oh my god, I feel bad for her. She must be so worried about her. She should be sleeping with her cousins, right?
確認した。
Did you check?
申し訳ございません。
My apology. Yeah, he probably didn't want to wake them and obviously cause
マリア様のお名前が書かれていたことに
By the way, where is Natsuki?
今気づきましたもので。
We just now realised that Maria-sama's name was written here. Yeah.
確認しております。
We still have not checked.
至急
Quickly.
何やってんのよ。
What are you doing?
私はマリアの様子を見てきます。
Yeah, I'll go check on Maria and come back.
それから
Is that a good
クラ
idea?
ス兄さんたちにも知らせて。
Yeah, you really think that Kraus is going to be alive? Come on. Tell Kraus, Nissan and the rest
以
too.
後の対応の指示を受けて。
After that, follow their instructions. Yeah. After saying that much, Rosa finally noticed that something was odd. Her rank in this family conference was the lowest of the 4 siblings. Yeah. Yes. You have good intuition. Why had she been the only one called during an abnormal situation like this when the other siblings hadn't been? Even if Maria's name had popped up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
まさか。
Could it be? I mean, it's really quite funny. You could either suspect the worst case thing, but at the same time, I think if I was in Rosa's situation, I just think, like, I just, in my head, jokingly say, like, what if it could be, like, oh, my family was murdered? Like, I would just jokingly consider that. I would never consider it the truth because of how ridiculous it would be. And then when I realise it's the truth, what?
はい、
Yes.
旦那様にご連絡申し上げようとしたのですが、
Oh, God. We tried to contract her
お
summer,
姿が見当たらず、
but we couldn't find him.
奥様もお部屋におられません。
Yeah, that is weird. And Madam was not in her room.
シーツの様子からすると、昨夜はベッドに戻られていないのかもしれません。
Judging by the condition of her sheets, she might not have returned to bed at all that last night. That's weird. Plus, I felt something creepy crawling slowly up her back. What, a total shiver?
礼拝堂の中に
Oh, that is a bit of a mistake. That's going to be trauma in a building right there. Did you check inside the chapel?
まだです。
No, not yet.
確認しようとはしたのですが。
We tried, but...
実は礼拝堂の
おう
区別で
What?
対応しておりません。
Oh no! How are they going to get in there? I mean, they don't have any bombs, I'm assuming. Actually, the lock to the chapel is special, so the master key will not work.
こんだけある鍵でしか開けられないのですが。
Interesting. How do they actually get into the chapel? That is a really good
紛
point.
失しているのです。
There is a single key that can open it, but that key is missing from the key box. She didn't want to get closer to the door. The creepy magic circle with shit. Fair enough. Yeah, it is creepy. But also readied herself in her post, then tried pushing and pulling the knob. Yeah, all she felt was the resistance of the sturdy lock.
入れる窓などがないか探してはみたのですが。
We searched to see if there was a window we could enter through,
もし
but
中を確認するのでしたら、窓を破ら
They
なけ
should.
ればならないかと思います。
they really should. It's more important knowing the whereabouts of, you know, their family. I think we'd have to break one of the windows if we wanted to check
いかがいた
inside.
しましょう。
What do you think?
そんな許可私に出せるわけがないわ。
It's gonna turn into desperation, and she's going to be able to give the proof later, though. Let's be honest
お
here.
父様の大切な礼拝堂なのよ。
This is Father's precious chapel. At that time, the events of the previous day swirled around in the back of Dosa's mind. That's right. When I bet that mentioned the rose garden. Yes. She didn't see Mario got an envelope. Yes, there's no mistake. She did hand it over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When Mario tried to open it, the witch told her not to do it yet. Yeah. Same for Dosa. I remember her having that little bit of a debate over whether she'd open it and just get all the suspense over with. Yeah, the time to open that will come soon. Yeah. Dosa was sure there could be no mistake. Maybe this is a riddle to where the key is. The envelope Maria had received was... Interesting stuff. After dashing back to the guest house, Rodosa approached her cousin's room while hiding her footsteps. Softly opened the door and peered inside. Oh my god, I hope Maria's there. Yeah. From the inside, she could hear the healthy snores of typical of young people. There were 4 children. Yeah, and Maria was there. That's really good. But at the same time, she's not gonna be very happy. I mean, my god, I remember when Beatrice in episode 1 was first discovered to have potentially been existing. Jesus Christ, the amount of people that were horrible to Maria and just pressing her as if she was some, I don't know, corrupt politician. It was horrible. That's really good. After breathing a sigh of relief, she entered the room with quiet footsteps. She was after Maria's handbag, which had been resting on the sofa. Oh, you really think she's going to be able to look into it without her noticing? Maria always liked carrying her treasures around with her. Yeah. She's probably emulating how her mother always carried her makeup with her. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's actually quite funny, that. Of course, she was just imitating her mother, so everything on the inside was junk. God, yeah, I mean, obviously, it may be junk to Dosa, but obviously it means a lot to Maria. Yeah, that is quite weird. In Maria's case, it was full of small, creepy, occult items, notebooks describing things of that nature, and so on. God. Oh, yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah, I suppose you could say they aren't girlish. I mean, girls can, but to be fair, I don't really think they are particularly belonging to a gender. Things like those. Rosa had never been happy to see her daughter walking around with things like that, which weren't girlish at all. However, trying to force Maria to stop had resulted in a big fight. Yeah, so she decided to let it be. Fair. Oh my god, did she find it? Here. This is it.
これ
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. And a Western envelope with the crest of the Gold Eagle. The Gold Eagle. When she took it out of the bag, she realised that there was a heavy, vaguely cylindrical object inside. What? She could tell by its feel and its weight. That was no doubt. This was... What the fuck? How the hell does she have the key? Beatrice. She probably gave it to her. I really wonder why she actually gave it to her, though. And... what she was predicting, because let's be honest, Beatrice nearly predicts everything. I mean, you remember the time when she literally predicted the downfall of the enemy, you know, in like the final part of the first novel. I mean, fucking hell, that really was quite something. Oh, after turning around and checking the money, I was still sound asleep. Dossa tore open the envelope and the contents spilled into her palm. Oh, it was a key with an old and intricate design. Kind of reminds me, I don't know, I really don't know why, but this pattern kind of reminds me of Oyasudo-sama's farming hoe. Me when farming hoes. Farming hoes. Oh god. Oh my god, why can't I find it? Oh my god. Why can I not find like anything that would oh, fuck off. Alright. I really don't know why, it kinda reminds me of this. This is just a fan art piece, but yeah, you'll see what I mean. Don't know. Does look kind of similar. Just this part, this little part here, it just really reminds me of it for some reason. I feel like I am really just grasping at straws here. Let's be honest, this is ridiculous. It was a key with an old and intricate design. It was like, rip the key and dash that. Interesting. I really wonder if there was a letter that wasn't there beforehand that had actually been there. Firstly, how the fuck did Beatrice get the key? Even though... So, it really poses a question of where the key was actually stored. Because I thought that, you know, there was a magic repellent that didn't let Beatrice actually enter Kinzo's room. I've heard that a familiar Beatrice can actually summon would potentially let the familiar actually do Beatrice's dirty work, get it for her. But at the same time, like... Who? Good question, that. I think the key was stored somewhere outside of Kinzo's room. Well, wait, no, that would... no, that wouldn't actually. No. But I seem to have noticed that sound, but after grumbling and turning over in his sleep, he started snoring again. I would never be like that, my god. The second I noticed something, I would just wake up. Very, very awake and alert. Genji-san.
Genji-san, この鍵、ひょっとして
Yeah, I really
礼拝堂の
wonder.
鍵ということは
Could this key be the key to the chapel? Where did you...
これをどこで。はい。これが礼拝堂の鍵です。
I do find it really quite interesting that he's obviously really quite surprised, but he has so much discipline as a servant that, you know, he can just hide his surprise to give his client the information that they have demanded for, really. But also approach that creepy magic circle once again and put the key in the keyhole. There was a strong resistance. Yeah, it's probably not been used for years. After it resisted for a short while, it stopped resisting with a clunk. Then, squeaking with a noise that hurt one's ears, it slowly began to open. Right.
いるの
Yeah, is anyone there? Yeah, I did find it really quite interesting. I find it funny that out of all of the people that have been able to, you know, read the letters, Maria hasn't been able to read her own envelope. It's interesting that. I wonder if Beatrice was actually intending for that or not. But she probably was, knowing her, let's be honest here. I was reverberated through the massive room. Of course there was no answer. Oh yeah, of course it wasn't. Yeah. Why would it be that simple? Yeah. The chapel had a high ceiling and the air was cold. It's just such a big room. I mean, my god. To think that people have rooms like these and yet, you know, poverty is still such a big problem. It's absurd. It really is. Like, God. And even on this rainy, unsettling day, it felt sacred for some reason. Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder if there is actually any significance between that. The servants timidly followed after Dosa. Yeah.
ローザ様あれを
I love that this guy literally has a full chapel behind some groves that are behind the mansion. Like, genuinely. Connor noticed it immediately and pointed. Oh! Over there was the altar. In that place. In the place that would normally have a pastor preaching of God's love, there was a table that shouldn't have been there. Oh, that is interesting. Yes, this one right here, I'm assuming. I don't actually... I should check it. Yeah, I've got an idea. Interesting. Oh! That's really odd. What? At first, it looked like a dining table. There were actually gorgeous plates and utensils placed there, making it look like a child's birthday party or something. This just looks really, really weird. So firstly, before I get a description, connotations. Halloween! Happy Halloween, Maria! Treats! Unexplainable occult shit. Brilliant. Sweets! What the fuck is that? Oh! Palm oil? Is that... What the fuck? Why is there so much candy? This is really weird. Upon closer inspection, the surrounding area had been decorated with pumpkins and black and orange ribbons. Why are the pumpkins bloody? Is there any way to... Yeah, look at that. Notice this one here. Blood. Is that blood? It looks like it's breathing. Breathing? Sorry, bleeding. Oh! That's so weird though, genuinely. I don't think these people, who, let's be honest, are probably dead, had a happy Halloween. Three people on each side facing each other, seated in chairs. They couldn't be recognised at a glance. Oh, they could be recognised as a glance. Kraus and his wife, Eva, and her husband. Yeah. Kraus and his wife, Eva, and her husband, and Rudolph and his wife. But if you wanted to be sure, you still have to go even closer and check. Yeah, that's not a very good idea. Because they seemed almost like dolls. Yeah, that is interesting. Rosa and the rest had opened the door, entered all at once with the sound of many footsteps, and had called it out, asking if anyone was there. Yeah, and yet there had been no reaction. Oh, this is weird! And even if Rosa and the rest assumed that they were being ignored, you'd still expect there to be some kind of reaction. And there hadn't even been that. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So at first it looked like somebody... It felt like somebody had set down some dolls that greatly resembled these people. Oh, you really think so? Who would go through that much effort? I mean, to be fair, really, really weird and occult and... Beatrice-loving cosplayers? I don't fucking know. Why a cosplayer? Oh, but no, it wasn't just Rosa. Shannon and Kanon and even Gorda. Yeah, they were all fighting frantically with a creepy emotion that grasped their hearts. Yeah, understandable, yeah. Who's gonna be the first to check? Gorda, because most pride? I don't know. Nisa? Nessa? What the fuck has happened? Oh my god, yes, oh god, I feel so bad. She must be so worried. Jesus Christ, this is so brutal though. I mean, my god, let's be honest, they're dead. She's probably just going to discover, you know, like, all at once, she's going to lose all her siblings at once. She's going to discover that every single sibling she's had is dead at the same time. I mean, my god, I don't even want to imagine how brutal it is. It's just horrible that, you know, it's coming. It really is coming. As she walked towards the altar, she called out again, but there was still no reaction. Yes, by now, Rosa was sure of it. She was sure those weren't dolls! Yeah, but the people themselves. This is... Oh my god, he can't even say anything. They grew close enough to see clearly what lay on the table. It still looked like an adorable banquet, reminiscent of a child's birthday party. Yeah, that is really weird. What does that say? Don't know, I can't really make it out. Yeah, it is really weird. It really is odd. Plates piled up with sweets, cute pictures with drinks. Yeah, yeah. Piled up with sweets. All kinds of pumpkin-shaped ornaments. Yeah, that is even weirder. Yeah. They're all decorated in a Halloween style. It was actually really quite interesting. A zelly. No way. Is that like a Zelda jelly? Oh my god, that's actually really quite cool. Yeah, I do find it really quite interesting. By the way, ironic the Zelda symbol. Do you remember episode 1, the pentacle that had the Zelda symbol? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. Enemies bring about their own downfall. I don't know if that would happen here, but maybe. Maybe it also has, to be fair. They were all decorated in a Halloween style, and while this probably wasn't the time to be thinking it, Maria would have surely have been delighted to see all this. I don't disagree. I really wonder if all of this is actually done somehow as a means of impressing Maria. But that's ridiculous. How could that even be possible? This is the state of the table they had sat in front of, apparently asleep. It was an eerie scene as though a small, fun-looking Halloween party had been stopped in time. Yeah, and everyone's probably been killed. They're all sleeping? Yeah, why would they all be sleeping? I don't really think that's likely. Why the fuck are they even here for a start? And why don't they have the key, by the way? That's an even better question. When she approached even closer to them, she realised that there were snacks scattered all over the floor. Candies, cookies, soda and all with heavily fantasy-themed packaging. Yeah, it's interesting that the fantasy-related theme is really, really exaggerated here. God, that is so weird though. So there's just like a massive Halloween banquet, like sweets until... Well, if you ate all of these sweets, my god, you would be like Nick of avocado. I mean, my god. And obviously the candies, cookies, soda, and chocolates. What? That's even weirder. Wait, what the fuck has happened? I really like this CG. This is interesting. What? What the fuck has happened? I mean, obviously, I think it's pretty obvious that these guys have died, but like, still! Radosa and the rest finally realized what the situation was. I wonder how they have died. It was a Halloween party. That's a bit ambiguous. Thank you for those not of this world. Also, the people that were off this world had actually died. Yeah, Kraus, Nazi, Eva, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, and Kirie were seated in chairs, apparently asleep, but all dead. How would you tell that they were dead and not simply sleeping? That is a good question. That was because they've been vivisected vertically. They've been sealed from the nave to the chaps. I don't know. That's a Macbeth quote. I think it's sealed. I can't remember. What? Oh my god! Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck? So basically, human butchers. That is so weird. Oh my god. Kraus is the first person she's actually going to. That quite surprises me. Oh god, that must be an awful sight. Jesus Christ. So you have got to be kidding me. Are they literally seeing the insides of them right out like, I don't know, pieces of meat really? Jesus motherfucking Christ. The 6 of them had sat down at a Halloween party before having their stomachs split open, killing them. Then the jam cover. That is not. Oh, yeah. Then the jam covering the floor must be what overflowing. Must be what overflowed from their stomachs once they stuffed themselves completely, right? Yeah, no. What the fuck? What? The contents of their stomachs had been scattered all over the floor. And that wasn't all. Out of their stomachs is almost as though they poured out. I don't think this is how biology works. How can snacks pour out from somebody's stomach? What, dissolve? Well, that doesn't make sense. How could food molecules pour out from the stomach even though they've probably been digested? So snacks have overflowed from there. What the fuck? Wait. Candies and cookies, soda and chocolates. Are poured out, stained with blood! What? And it's scattered across the floor. What could have happened to Okay, this is weird. It's almost as though their stomachs were stuffed full to bursting with sweets. God, this is just eating disorder, but another level. And it all poured out when the stomach split. What the fuck? Yeah, I think that's a more likely way of putting it. Oh, interesting that a red arrow is used here. I wonder if that was intentional. Ooh, yeah, the red text. My God. Yeah. God fucking damn. That's absurd. That's actually really quite interesting. So the jam they had interpreted, the cranberry and blackcurrant jam, I think it was. I don't know. Raspberry and blackcurrant. I don't know. But yeah. Now it's blood. I mean, that is just so weird. The fact that all of the snacks. I thought we were just going to see like, you know, really corpse party like gut scenes. But no. We were just going to see instead candy. So whenever I eat candy next, I've got to remember I might be eating Kiries, or I don't know, Rosa, or not Rosa. Might be eating one of the Ushinomiya family members' guts. Well, no, that's not actually true, because it had been as if candy had basically burst them open from the chest to the stomach. That is disgusting. What the fuck? God, that's absurd. This murder is so weird. Like, genuinely, it's just so weird that they have literally been killed. I mean, this is just Halloween, but taken to a ritualistic level, to another wrong level. God. That is so weird, though. How the fuck do autopsy people do this? Look at this. God. Does I remember a certain shocking meal, a turkey that had been served at her own birthday, when it had been cut open with a knife. Outflowed one of her favourite foods. But since she hadn't been told what was inside, the deep red ketchup, unlit rice, poured out like bloody maggots. Oh, I understand. God. So I'm assuming this is... I don't really know. I've never really had turkey much in this format, but I'm assuming turkey stuff with rice and then... Yeah, what the fuck is inside my turkey, basically? I don't know, though. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. Pulsing. Dripping. Slimy. Popping. Squelching! Oh, God, that must be awful. Yeah, that must be really quite awful. Like, you know, linking this to a childhood memory that now, oh my God, it's taken out of hand. God, that is so weird. Oh, that must be just so weird. The thing that's horrible about Dosa, not only is she seeing her entire family, well, like, all of the people she has literally grown up with, all of her siblings get killed, but in the most weird and fucking horrifying. Oh my god, so that must have been a really fucking terrifying memory. God, the trauma of her. Jesus Christ. I mean, obviously, I can understand that being, you know, something that would just never-endingly scare her, but Jesus, the trauma, I mean, that really is bad. But also felt a monster raging inside her stomach as the acid started to... Yeah, totally vomiting. Fair enough, yeah. After unable to hold back, she threw it up all on the... Yeah, fair, I don't blame her. Her empty stomach had nothing but stomach acid. Yeah, the scene in front of her was no fun. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it ever was. The three couples were enshrined right there. Their stomachs, virtually wrenched open. Wrenched open with a gooba. What is that? What is this? Yeah, so a gooey gooba. Yeah, that's probably an onomatopoeia. Oh my god. Ugh, yeah. I don't know, I can imagine that the sound, the really, really disgusting sound you have of the moving of body parts while... I don't know. This just reminds me of Higurashi Go, Series 3, Episode 16. Jesus fucking Christ. So many snacks have been stuffed in there. Pulpy. Squishy. That is properly weird. Yeah! Oh my god! Blood and guts and sweets were overflowing. That's terrifying. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to imagine what the fuck she is seeing right now. I mean, my god. So you've not only got like loads of probably really quite tempting sweets, but Jesus Christ, you have fucking... you have guts mixed in. Bloodstains. Sticky. Oh god. Sweet snacks that made your fingers stick together. Gummy. Oh. I know! Oh, but stained with entrails! This is really weird. Oh god. What was that I stepped on just now that didn't feel like a candy cookie, or a cookie, or soda, or chocolate? Oh god, that's awful. That is properly awful. Yeah, I mean, she's in such a state of shock. I mean, heck, she is literally vomited. Could you imagine if she actually vomited? Oh my god. Oh, I hate that I'm laughing at this, but still, it just sounds kind of funny. It sounds so ridiculous that it's kind of funny. Like, she vomited on her siblings' entrails by accident. I mean, my god. God. Interesting that in this context you could assume that snacks are referring to, yeah, the things inside us. Oh god. I can't believe though, every single one of them is completely sliced up. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, what is that? Oh god, she's fucking terrified. Oh god. What a... yeah, what a gruesome Halloween, but oh my god, I know. Yeah, I don't think it is from, you know, from where you actually are doing it. From far away, it looked truly beautiful, fantastical and fun. But from up close, it was horrible, disgusting, and yet somehow Still be. What the fuck? That is weird. Yeah, understandable, yeah. Doza's wild thoughts tried as best as they could to escape her throat with a loud voice that was neither a scream nor a roar. Understandable. Crossing. Oh my god, yeah. I know, I couldn't agree more. It's just as if these people were... Yeah, I think what Doza said at the beginning is really accurate. As if they are dolls. God. They literally, I think they would have died of blood. They would have died of blood loss the second they. Oh, I suppose the second they died. Yeah, call an ambulance. Call the police. Yeah, I don't really think they're gonna do anything. Jesus Christ! Yeah, I think you can really just tell by her voice how fucking terrifying this is. That's right, the police. If a word so tied to reality hadn't come out of Gorda's mouth, Doza and the rest probably wouldn't have found themselves unable to escape the marriage party. Even oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. But it wasn't because they thought the police might be able to do something. If they didn't keep yelling about the police, it felt as though another seat might be. Oh my god, yeah, understandable. I mean, I suppose the police are a little bit of protection at least. They're not. They're going to be killed like this. Anyone can die. I mean, even Eva, for example, brilliant goat at martial arts. Yeah, I don't really think she lasted. It felt as though another seat might be set up at the steamer's party and given to them. Their own chests felt like they were expanding unpleasantly from the inside. What? Rumbling. They're either really fucking paranoid or they're killed. It was surely because Candy was about to overflow on their stomachs. You have got to be kidding me. Is she quite literally spontaneously... Is she... Oh god, I hate that I'm... Oh, I mean, the setting is so ridiculous that it's kind of impossible not to take the piss out of this. She's becoming a demonstration for what happens if you put too much pressure in a sealed surface. Oh my god, Rosa is my physics revision. Ah yes, how I revised my physics exam. This. Oh. I hate that I'm laughing at this, but it's just too ridiculous not to laugh at. Yeah, God, it's horrible though, it really is. Yeah, that is interesting. They're desperate for reassurance, really. Just some form of comfort. That is so fucking weird, by the way. Wait, so Rosa once again tortured by a desire to vomit, threw her stomach acid up on the floor. Oh no, and then she searched. Searched to see if there was any candy in it. Oh my god, that must be disgusting. Searching your own vomit. Please tell me there isn't. Oh, thank fucking god. I think from that result you can definitely tell that's the case. Anyway. Yeah, she's not exactly finishing the coughing though. Oh god, that's really fucking scary. She's either totally shocked, so as a result she's vomiting a lot. Oh, but the only thing is, there's total paranoia from what's actually going to happen to her here. And everyone else as well, god. Rosa coughed violently again, forcefully spitting out the stomach acid that had been burning in her throat. She realised that by now, her whole body had been covered in it. Oh god, that is horrible, yeah. It's desperation. Yeah, fair, yeah. Genji-san, Shonon-chan, please contact father and ask for instructions. Yeah, well, he doesn't really give a damn. Yeah, Gorda-san, go back on Kuna and call the police. Yeah, then I'll Dr. Nandro come here. Well, he's definitely going to find this interesting, this killing. Yeah, what is he going to be able to do, genuinely? Why even bring Dr. Nandro here? It's a bit too late for medical care. Exactly, yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's a bit too late. The servants accepted their orders and dashed outside. Yeah, after watching them leave, Dossa once again stared at her. Oh my god, I know. It is just so horrible, the fact that these siblings who, you know, she's had a whole life with them, just been reduced to mere... Don't even know, this is the most insulting way to have a corpse displayed, really. Jesus, man. Though there could be nothing more tragic than this scene, for some reason she was tempted to describe the fantastical deaths as beautiful. What? Why? Is it just because of the candy objectively looking aesthetic? I don't know. That is so weird though, genuinely. God damn. That really was quite something, that murder. I mean... Yeah, I wonder why. I don't think we're getting it from the actual people who have discovered the murder's point of view this time. Like the discovery of everything as opposed to everyone's, really. Because beforehand, when people had discovered the magic circle, they came back and then they told everyone. But this is just proper curiosity. They didn't tell anybody here. God, that's so awful. They aren't here. Where did they go? The servant room and the kitchen are both empty. Yeah. What in the world had happened? Yeah, interesting that. Oh god, she's really quite scared about her mother. Oh god, where's Mom? Oh, yeah. That sounds more like Maria. My letter. Oh god, the letter I got from Berto. Give it back. Give it... Jesus Christ. Perplexing. It was though. No, but the only thing is when they understand the context, yeah, they will fully understand why she did what she did. She stole... Oh god, I feel really quite bad for Maria. I mean, my god, she is so... She's distraught. She really is. God. Yeah, that's good. Try not to make it exactly try not to exactly make it the case that it was Arndor's at fault, because, you know, oh my god, the sights she has seen. She has seen her entire family be killed. Well, her entire siblings be killed in, you know, some of the most brutal ways. She doesn't need Maria then being really quite really quite ignorant of that fact. And obviously making her life a lot harder. And well, even I was half asleep, so I'm not too sure. Oh, I'm actually really quite surprised. But I get the feeling that in the early morning, Aunt Rosa came in and fished around Maria's handbag. Yeah. I figured there was probably a tube of toothpaste or something in there. Yeah, sounds a little bit too normal. Why would there be a tube of toothpaste in Maria's handbag? Looks like you were a little more than half. I was like, I like that. But then I vaguely remembered Dosai entering the cousin's room. Yeah. Also, when Maria woke up before the rest of them, she started rampaging around, saying that somebody had opened the envelope and she'd been keeping so... Oh, God. Oh, that's really annoying. So they were woken up by that. Yeah, yes, definitely, yeah. Putting two and two together, they figured that Dosa had probably come and opened the envelope. Exactly, yeah. A letter from the Golden Witch. Yeah, and I do really wonder what's actually happened with Dosa's letter. Wait, no, that's the letter that says chapel. No, it's... I don't know. I really don't know what Dosa's letter says.
おじい様が新書に使う後ろ宮家の
Exactly,
家
yeah.
紋の
Yeah,
入った
yeah,
も
yeah,
のだった。
definitely. But that envelope was for grandfather's personal use and it had the Ushidomiya family crest on it.
親族会議と無関係なものが入っていたとは考えがたいね。
Ah, whatever. Why would Maria be carrying something like that though? That's a bit weird. Whatever was inside it must have had some connection to the family conference. She hadn't let anyone touch it, but yesterday, Maria had shown that envelope off to Batara and the rest a whole lot. Yeah, that is interesting. Obviously, in the family conference when she was actually trying to prove to people that Beatrice existed. That's why I'm assuming she did it the most. So they remembered it. They remembered it well. Oh, God. I'll give it back. Jesus Christ.
ジョージの兄貴の言う通りだ。
Fuck, that is...
相当重要なものらしい。
Oh, that must be so difficult to actually, you know, live near. Well, if you're right, it'd have to be pretty important. Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
そんな大事なものはどうして魔女様はマリアに渡したんだろうな。
Well, I do find it really quite interesting that Maria is totally connected to these murders. I don't know, well, not really connected. You don't have to be... Well, the murders are dedicated to her. Have a happy Halloween, Maria. Basically... Well, could you technically say that, No. Well, all of your aunties, their entrails are scattered on the floor with loads of candy because Halloween, man! Yeah, makes sense. Ah, so cool, man. It's just so weird that obviously that dedication of Halloween towards Maria and also the key as well. It was given to her. Why is it so important for Maria? I don't get this either. Every once in a while, the refreshing morning atmosphere was completely wiped out by the sound of thunder. Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, it was only natural. Since the moment they'd woken up, they hadn't met anyone else. Oh yeah, it must be really quite oddly eerie. It felt that like it felt like only they were left, as if the mansion had become an empty husk. Yeah, that is interesting because I think that's definitely going to be the case soon. Hey. Yeah, anyone there? That is a good question. Yeah. Yeah, you really think she's going to get an answer? Answer me. Jessica called out into the hallway and event. Oh my god, her mum's dead, by the way. Oh god, everyone has got so many people that they have lost, apart from Maria. Interestingly enough, by the way, I do find that interesting now that I think about it. Jessica called out into the hallway and eventually an answer came back. Came from the entrance hall.
聞こえますとも。
Oh, the one person who doesn't know. I can hear you.
何かありましたか?
Yeah, something happened. He doesn't know
南條
whatsoever.
先生だ。
It's Dr. Nanjo.
よかった。
Thank
この
goodness.
島から僕たち以外が消えてしまったわけではないようだよ。
Are you really sure about that? It looks like everyone but us hasn't disappeared from this island after all.
南條先生、おはようございます。
Dr. Nanjo, good morning.
すみませんが、うちの親たちとかどこに行ったか知りませんか?
Yeah, that's a pretty touchy subject right there. I'm sorry, but do you know where our parents went?
はて、
Dear me.
私も今起きてこちらに来たばかりですからな。
I only just wake up and
わ
came
かり
here,
か
you
ねま
see.
すが、さて。
No way of knowing for sure, but let's see. It was only natural. Nanjo was a guest just like the rest of them. Yeah. He'd come now just to pass the time in the parlour until fair enough, yeah. Oh, I wonder what she's going to say. Maybe she's going to provide insight on what's actually happened. Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, I feel really bad for it. God. God, she really is upset. Yeah, it's awful that. I mean, I can see why, especially because of the fact it's Beatrice is literally her idol. Like, why would she feel anything but upset at somebody having stolen, you know, the envelope that she has specially been given to by the person that she idolises? Of course she was, and she's a little kid as well. Of course she would think that. Maria buried her face in Nanjo's plump stomach, sobbing and crying. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Nanjo could do nothing but be bewildered by this ruckus so early in the morning. Oh,
誰かかけてくるぜ。
someone's running this
ジ
way.
ェシカ、
Jessica,
誰か来るぞ。
someone's coming. From down the hall, they can sense people running hurriedly. Hurriedly, yeah. Oh, God! They saw Gordon coming towards them. I wonder how they're actually going to... normally, it would be disgraceful for a servant to run instead of the mansion. Oh, yeah, definitely. It definitely shows that emergency-related procedures are taking place. And yeah, Batara and the rest didn't even think to question that run out. Fair. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, Maria sobbing has become so unimaginable. They wanted to ask anyone where Dosa was. Oh, yeah, these two will know. Yeah, but the two servants seem to have bigger things on their minds than Jessica. Yeah, who was waving at them. God! They've totally ignored them. Oh, right. Right! Yeah, God, I flew into the servant room, and when Connor noticed that Nanjo was there, he bowed and approached the doorway at a quick pace before whispering something in. The doctor, not the doorway. The doctor at a quick pace before whispering something into his ear.
なんですって。
What did you say?
ローザさんが。
Rosa-san did?
はい。ご案内いたしますので、どうかご同行お願いいたします。
Oh, probably something about the fact that, you know, Dosai is just in complete shock. Yeah. Nanjo would actually be really quite required for, you know, just the psychological healing of Dosai at the moment. I mean, my gosh, she must be in a totally traumatized state. And I don't blame her at all. Yeah, Gordai's probably just having a bit of time to himself. He's probably just in shock. He's probably suppressing the urge not to faint, which, let's be honest, anybody would be in this scenario. God, that part about, you know, Rosa, you know, not knowing if she stepped on some sort of slimy guts. Ugh. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Understood. This way. Yeah. Without saying anything more than that, Conan finally noticed Jessica and bowed to her. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but he wasn't calm. Yeah, fair. Yeah. He dashed back to interesting that, you know, a servant with their subjects, you know, them noticing them after a long period of time. That doesn't really call the word normal out to you. He dashed back down the corridor by which he had come, followed by Nandro. Yeah, but looking at how hurried they were, Batara and the rest realised that, yes, something bad really had happened. Yeah, definitely, yeah. They saw Gorda through the door to the servant room, which had been flung open. Yeah, fair. He was holding the receiver and violently pressing the... Oh, yeah, of course, he's calling the police. I forgot about that, actually, yeah. From that, they realised that he was trying to call a hospital or the police. In any event, he was trying to call somebody because a serious emergency had occurred. Exactly, yeah. Oh, that is a mistake. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, God, what are you going to do with her? Mama, give her back. Give me back my letter. What? What the fuck? Okay, now that's just properly weird. So, what? Okay, this chapel has immense symbolism, and now I can really see why it's deemed totally sacred as to Kinzo. How the hell is this key an invitation to the Golden Lab? What the hell? That is so weird. Maybe it's the Golden Land because this is the place that you were going to be killed in. I think that's more likely. I don't know, though. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. They didn't know what, but something was happening. That's so weird that it's an invitation to the Golden Land. What the genuine hell? Yeah, Batara and the rest chased after Kanon and Nand. Oh, God. Oh, and then we realised Kanon Good had called Dr. Nanjo, but he hadn't called... Yes, exactly. I agree, but, you know, they have to discover at some point. They probably should. So we shouldn't have gone with them. I wonder if Alice regretted her... Alice? Oh. Not Alice Murgatroyd, you fuck. I wonder if Alice regretted her excess curiosity when she chased after that rabbit holding a clock. Right, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, no, you mustn't go in. Yeah, it will traumatize him. You mustn't do it. Just go. Yeah. Good for her for trying to protect them. Protect their sanity. Let's be honest here. It's not even a hyperbole. It's true. Yes, my life has been saved. I have a blanket. It's really, really convenient. That's so weird that this key is an invitation to the Golden Land. I really wonder what the potential symbolism of this could be. So the key to the Sweet Fish River, I don't know, the key in Keensol's hometown could potentially be the key to the Golden Land. That's really odd. Yeah, it's actually really quite interesting. I wonder if they're going to regret their SS Curiosity. Oh! Oh, no. I think from this song we can tell what's happened. Yeah, she's probably just fought her curiosity too much. Yep. That gave me the confirmation. Oh my god. It's too cruel. It really is. Oh, yep. Nobody listened to her. Holy shit. Mother father. What happened? God, I think you can just tell from the reaction, you know, totally disgusted. Suppressing the urge to vomit. What the hell is this? Oh my god, I know! This goes way beyond bad taste. Oh, I couldn't agree more. You don't have to fucking humiliate them up like this. Isn't taking somebody's life bad enough? Maria's reaction, that's going to be interesting. What the hell is this? Oh, that's actually interesting. So I was always under the impression that they'd actually died with their stomachs being sliced open while they were alive themselves. Or maybe they have been killed and then this is what has been done to their dead bodies. Jesus fucking Christ. If that's the case, I mean, that really just shows the true extent to how bloody ritualistic this bitch is. Oh, sorry, did I say bitch? I meant witch. God, I know. Going to all the trouble after they died of sitting them on chests, slicing their stomachs and pulling them in. Jesus. I know! I mean, my God, why? You went to all the trouble of stuffing the stomachs full of sweet. I know. I know. Why the hell would you do something so fucked up? Damn it. Nice job, you bastard. Just great. Oh, yeah. He really shows such an extravagant and loud reaction to his grief. God. Totally. Yeah, understandable. He's probably going to examine what the fuck has happened to them. It would be best if everyone went outside. Understandable. Yeah, I just find it so horrible that, you know, if your relative is like this, you know, everything from the chest to the stomach is completely dead, you could never hug them again. Or at least that's how I would think if I was in this situation. Jesus Christ, I don't even want to imagine how awful a situation like this would be. No, I think if you weren't composed enough, this could lead you into insanity. I'm not even joking. Like, it's such a ridiculously traumatic event, this. Yeah, Nonso told the children to go outside, but no one listened. Understandable video gamer attitude. Rosa-san, please tell them. Agreed. And this is from a fucking doctor's point of view. If they keep on looking at something like this, it will do nothing but harm. Agreed. Rosa regretted her own carelessness. Yeah, she should have realised that the children would eventually come here. Well, she tried, I suppose, but... Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. Oh, God, that's the worst thing. Oh, God. Yep, so as a result of your carelessness, you have completely traumatised these kids. But at the same time, I think it's... In some ways, maybe it's better them not knowing. Because obviously, if they can never see the corpses of their loved ones, then they would always have that desire. And that would arguably be just as bad as this. So basically, every scenario is awful. Yeah, I see this though. But at the same time, she is totally stunned. I mean, my God, the shock from this. Oh my God, we really saw it in depth. Yeah, so the children had come here. Oh God, yeah, they had seen it. Surely, at this very moment, they were having a sight burn. And yeah, I know. God, yeah! There was far more grotesque than the shocking meal I have witnessed in here. So I'm assuming what's actually in this meal was turkey stuffed with rice. I don't know if that exists, though. Whilst you have Mariga, who seemed to be too shocked to... Wait, even Mariga... What the fuck? Even Mariga is shocked? What? I'm so surprised. Where's you have Mariga, who seemed to be too shocked to show any emotion at this gruesome scene? I cried for them and their parents. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, the four groaning and crying voices. Their sadness continued to echo in a place that should have been... Yeah, ironic that, yeah. For love of God seems dying. Fucking hell. God, I thought this was going to be the end of the chapter here. So I wonder if this is an indication of whether he's actually talking to Beatrice here. You piece of crap. Yeah, again, not another one of these murders. I don't know, it's absurd. God, I know, and this time you make it look like it's all elaborate, killing them like it's a total... I know. Yeah, so this is some sort of... I don't really know how he's actually... Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if he's actually interacting himself. It's as if he's just really, really upset and distraught with this loss. It's as if he's talking to himself, but... No, I don't think that's the case. That's my... Oh yeah, thank you for killing my parents and my like nearly half of my family. Oh yes. What the fuck? I was rather hoping you'd thank me, not cry out in grief. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, did you say I think thank you, you old bitch? Well, she is quite literally old bitch. I don't really think that works. So if you cut off the ears... Yeah, but... the proportion... Oh. God, I can't talk today. It definitely serves its purposes. A message. Yeah. Oh my God, I know. I know. Yeah, and I think... Yeah, I think it's definitely what Beatrice is trying to do here. Showing Battle the most shocking and horrible things so that he can get the most rebellion possible to her. I don't know though. Why should I have to see that away insane way of killing and say, oh, thank you very much, Beatrice-sama. I'll beat your brains out. Oh my God, her face! Jesus Christ, in the last game. God, at least he could see their fucking stomachs. I mean, oh wow, how nice of her. In the last game, you lamented the fact that you couldn't see your parents' faces after they died, right? So this time I left them. Oh, that's so kind of you. Oh, don't take a good look. That is a bad mistake. Don't fall into her temptation. Don't give in to her. Take a good look, for without a doubt your father and the rest have been killed. Oh no! Really, what a nice rap. I'm so fucking happy.
俺はてめえの息の根を止めたら顔面耕してやろうと誓ってた。
Oh my
そいつは
god.
取り消してやるぜ。てめえの腹渡を引きずり出してやる。
To be honest, I think Beatrice is actually a really quite good means of taking out your constant hatred when you're in grief and you're in a grief-related situation. You can take every single last word of anger out. I swore I'd plough your face out after I tried the life out of you, but I'll take that back now. I'll rip out your guts instead. God. Oh my god, her face! Jesus, she is fucking demented! I mean, that just looks like a face from hell. I'm not even joking. Don't give in to emotion. Don't stop. Yeah, I do find it really quite interesting that I suppose that could be the case, but at the same time, why is Beatrice actually helping Battler here? Well, because if Battler gives in to emotion and he becomes totally mad because of the shock and sadness and anger. What, you call corpses with entrails scattered out tidy? What the fuck? How? Do you know why?
そなたがわらわの存在を否定するとき、こう考えて否定したである。
Do you know why? When you denied my existence in the last game, you used this line of thinking. I wonder what it's going to be. That's such a shit line of thinking. What about that? Cosplays? No. To be fair, that is actually a good line of thinking, but at the same time, hair colours. And cosplays, people could have literally dressed up as these people and faked them. It isn't... Yeah, no, but the only thing is that definitely confirms that the bodies do actually belong to these people, but yeah, obviously. I think they would have to have... It just doesn't really make sense if their bodies have actually been... If people have actually faked their deaths, then what have the people who haven't faked their deaths done with themselves? Like, genuinely. Their faces were crushed, so the identity of the corpse couldn't be confirmed. Yeah, I mean, that is understandable logic, but at the same time, I don't really think it would apply to this whatsoever. We don't know, though, but still, I think that's ridiculous. And obviously, Beatrice is proving that it's ridiculous. Therefore, we can't eliminate the possibility that fake proof was used to prepare an alibi. Yeah, that's interesting now, because what Beatrice is trying to do is she's making all of Battler's theories about, you know, who could have done this entirely possible to prove. What did you say? Her expression, Jesus Christ. She's so enjoying this. That's a horrible thing. So, Battler, is it okay to leave the examination of the corpses to Nanjo? Oh, you have got to be kidding. Right, this is really going to test this oppression to the witch. So, Battler, is it okay to leave the examination of the corpses to Nanjo? Isn't it traditional in mystery novels for the doctor who performs such examinations to be an accomplice? You just said don't give in to emotion. No, to be fair, if he does actually do this, he's either going to give in to emotion, high risk, but at the same time high reward if he doesn't, because then he will be... I feel that if he does this, his emotional tolerance to traumatic events will increase. And I feel that if you're going to want to defeat Beatrice, that's going to be a really useful thing. Then don't leave the examination to him, do it yourself. Oh, God. Do it yourself. Make completely sure that without a doubt the 6 corpses are the 6 people they're supposed to be. How are you gonna do it all? You can just look at their faces. They really, really are dead, not just pretending.
お前の父親が母親が腹を裂かれて臓物を引きずり出されて殺されていることを
Jesus fucking Christ. If you wish to confirm that your father or mother have been killed by having their stomachs cut open and their entrails
腹
pulled
に
out.
手を入れてその手触りで確認するがいい
You better stick your hand inside their stomachs and feel around. I won't cry. Settle down, I won't cry. That is horrible. I mean, it is a real test of his endurance. It really, really is. I do find it interesting that Beatrice is literally just saying, so her logic is so ridiculously corrupt though. So you're basically saying, like, prove it is, I mean, it's obviously just using logic that, she's obviously using logic that is as ridiculous as the logic that Battler was using. Like, prove that it's your relative because you know how their stomach feel. Do you know, I don't think most normal people in a relationship cut their stomachs open and then feel around inside them. It's so fucking weird. Battler suddenly yelled. Yeah, his tears were still dripping down, but as though scolding himself for being a sissy. He slapped his face hard several times with both hands. Yeah, he wants to discipline him. Oh yeah, understandable. He wants to have a mind full of revenge. But obviously, his tears won't stop. And I really, really don't blame him. Even said the tears won't stop. However, he felt a hot blaze in both of his eyes. Yeah. It is interesting. Whoever's responsible for this piece of work, I made them pay their debt completely. Fair, yeah. So this isn't the time to cry. I've got to think about what to do. Fair, yeah. No, don't give in to emotions. Like Beatrice, out of all people, said. Yes. If you've got enough time to cry, then think. Agreed. Yeah, to be honest, I think that is actually really quite true. They only have one day. Maybe he can actually secure something. I don't know, it's really unlikely, but still. Rather than genuine anger, maybe it was more of an evasive anger to block out his sadness. Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah, that's good, yeah. However, it gave a little courage to George and Jessica, who have been crushed by this. Understandable, yeah. Oh, God, it's horrible seeing somebody as nice as him cry. It really is. That's right. Even if we cry. Exactly, that's the worst thing of what has happened. Yeah, so then what should we do? Oh, no! Maybe help to find their killer, but will you be able to find it? Just by looking. Is it pointless? Who knows? What should I do for Mum and Dad's sakes? Rosa-sama. Oh, I wonder what... I've returned. Oh, I wonder if the phones are actually there, or maybe they have been completely destroyed. Who knows? Yeah, it's actually really quite interesting that, you know, Battler sort of evasive anger. You're trying to do everything that avoids the current issue, really. And denies it and rises up above it. But that's a good emotion to have. God-san, what happened with the play? Yeah, what happened? Yeah, what did they say to do? Did they say when they think they'll be able to get here? Oh, yeah. So that it seems the phones have been broken down. Also tried the emergency wireless, but maybe it's the weather, but that wasn't working either. Yeah, what did you say?
じゃあ警察に連絡がつかないということなの？
So we can't contact the police.
あいつだ。
It's that person.
あいつが電話線とかに細工して。
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly.
にしたんだ。
I don't disagree whatsoever. It's that person. They did something to the phone line, made it so that we can't reach the cops. Yeah. When she heard the phones had broken down, Jessica immediately decided that it was the work of a mysterious guest. I think that's reasonable, honestly, but at the same time, what if she's being accompanied by somebody? Who knows? Her eyes are bright red. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, after so much crying, and they began to grow redder with rage. God, how red that can they be? Yeah, fair. There's no need to talk about it, right? I understand everything. That's right, I get it. Oh my god, I know. Who killed Dad and Mom? Oh, that is the word. I do find it really quite interesting that before these people died the most humiliating and horrible deaths, they gave in to her. What the fuck is going to happen to Jessica? That's my question. It's obviously her. It's got to be that witch or whoever. Or whatever who came yesterday. Grab her by the collar. God, it really is. I feel so bad. I really, really do. It's just so unpleasant. It really is. Jessica-chan. Wait, what is she actually doing? Wait. Goda-san, Kanon-kun, go. Yes, ma'am. Milady, wait. Covering her uncontrollable... Oh, so much of anger. Jessica ran outside, torn apart by her. I don't blame her. Yeah, thinking about it hastily even. Maybe the mystery guest who had arrived yesterday, Beatrice, was suspicious. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. However, in that instant, there was absolutely no proof that she was the culprit. That is actually fair enough, yeah. At this moment, she's just another guest. No more, no less. Oh, but at the same time, I think that's totally ridiculous to deny her totally magical connotations. She's the most likely suspect, but at the same time, I think it's a really good attitude that these people aren't actually giving the witch the attention she wants. Beatrice kind of is just an attention whore, like, let's be honest here, she really, really is. I mean, my god, like, her power literally increases if people believe in her and recognise her and give her attention. So Rosa, making an adult decision, was forced to stop. Oh my god, Jessica in a rash ramp, oh my god. Oh, fuck off. Colin picked up on this immediately and chased off. Oh god, yeah. She's probably just, you know, emotion has consumed her, which I really don't know. I mean, my god, her parents have fucking died. Of course that's going to be the case. There is no proof that she was the culprit, yeah. It could have been anyone, even Ginzo. Obviously that's impossible here, but still. It's gotta be, I mean, yeah. We literally know that Beatrice is the culprit. It'd be really quite interesting if Beatrice is actually telling us that she is the culprit, for example, telling Battler, and thus telling us. And yet she's lying to Battler even in that way. I mean, it is interesting, I wonder. I understand how Jessica feels. Yeah, fair, yeah. Interesting. I wish I could think that too.
誰でもいいから犯人ってことにして横っ面をぶっ飛ばしてやりたい気持ちがある。
Oh yeah, fair, But the only thing is with Beatrice, I don't really think you have the power to do that. Yeah, because you'll just be reduced to mere meat, like in the first tea party. It doesn't matter who. I want somebody to be the culprit so I can bash them right in the face. Fair. Yeah.
はっきりと理解する必要がある。
Yeah. But before that, we need a clear understanding of what's going on.
ベアトリーチェってのは何者だ。
Yeah, who is this Beatrice?
俺は顔すら見てねえぜ。
That's interesting that he's actually saying that he hasn't seen her face. Oh god! Yes, you're just totally unfazed, by the way.
お屋敷に大きな肖像画で飾られてたよ。
Yeah, if you're looking for her face, it decorates the big portrait in this mansion.
あれだけ見てまだ覚えられないのかな。
Yeah, I mean, this is so obviously a lie to begin with, but yeah. You still don't remember after looking at it for so long.
なんだよマリア。
Come on, Maria.
こんな状況で何がおかしいよ。
I know! What's so funny in a situation like this?
ベアトリーチェは
Exactly!
魔女なんだよ。
Beatrice is a witch.
そして黄金鏡の扉を開くための儀式がいよいよ始まったの。
Interesting, and the ceremony to open the door to the Golden Land has finally
こ
begun.
の6人はその
I know, it's absurd! The 6 people were sacrifices.
さあ始まるよ魔女の宴が。
Come, let us begin the witch's
今
banquet.
宵はハロウィン。魔女たちが
The
今こそ
witches?
祝い
What? Tonight is Halloween, so now the witch is will gather to celebrate. It's either her and Beatrice, or it's Beatrice and somebody that we do not know.
マリア、その気持ち悪い声で笑うのをやめなさいっていつも言ってるでしょ。
God, I know! I mean, my God, I thought beforehand that, you know, this was a little bit exaggerated, but still, Jesus Christ, I think it really applies here. People have died. Look at Jessica! Look at how grief-stricken she is. The clear sound of Lotta slapping Maria's cheek echo throughout the high-ceiling chapel. Oh, God. Yeah, I can imagine that. Oh, my God, I can hear that. Yeah, really unpleasantly in my head. God. Ever since it started raining yesterday. No, ever since the island was swallowed by the typhoon, I felt as though something was wrong. It was bright and sunny when I arrived on Loch Injima, but since I'd gotten up early and I was sleepy, I took a nap. When I woke up, it had already started raining. And ever since that time... Yeah... Suddenly, a mysterious visitor calling herself the Golden Witch, Beatrice, arrived, and it felt like I was sinking bit by bit into a bizarre world. Oh my God, I know. What the heck happened while I was napping? I'm not supposed to believe this island was sealed off inside a different world. My common sense doesn't apply. Who is this person called Beatrice? Is she some unknown person trying to evolve themselves? The inheritance problem. Just like her parents were freaking out about dinner, wasn't it? Interesting, this. Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting. So, this changes my theory. This battler is completely different to the battler after episode 1. He is completely oblivious, and the battler that is actually in episode 2, he's the spectator, I'm assuming. And I'm assuming there's a clear distinction between which battler is which, you know, because of the sort of weird sort of vine-like art that appears every single time somebody's finished a chapter that was there without actually the logo that would indicate that you finished a chapter. So you're supposed to tell, I suppose. Yeah, it is actually really quite interesting. So, I really wonder if, Yeah, yeah, my god, you definitely are sinking into a bizarre world. I don't disagree whatsoever. And I do find it really quite interesting the fact that, you know, when he was napping, I wonder... Yeah, I really wonder if when the sleep he actually had was the difference between one world and another. Could you imagine that? Like one parallel universe and another? I don't know, though. That can't be possible. But this is... The thing that's really bad is you can't even deny... You can't deny anything because of the fact that magic may be able to make it exist. Yeah, it so was though. Holy fuck. Yeah. This thing is so fucking good. Fuck off. You know, this is actually really quite interesting. The second button I had actually woken up. Terror had arisen. I wonder how his reaction here is actually going to compare to that of the first chapter already. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, definitely. I don't even disagree because the thing is, it's impossible not to give in to the witch here. It really is. Even Batello is doing it. Because obviously that's just a rational conclusion. Even if we set Jessica's temper aside, given the circumstances, it's probably safe to say that this visitor person is the most suspicious. Yeah. But we mustn't make up our minds based on that alone. Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh no, I know, it's really, really tricky. How are they going to begin? Oh, it's useless. It's all useless. Ooh, yeah, understandable. Yeah, I smacked my face with both hands again, cooling off my brains before they overloaded. Yeah, it must be so difficult to think in a situation as stressful as this. Even though it might have been a wasted effort. Oh! This is one of Grandfather's envelope. Oh, that is interesting. Wow! I was not expecting that at all. Oh my god. On a tray piled up with sweets that decorated the table, George and Yuki found a rest of an envelope that had the Ushinomiya family crest done on it in gold leaf. And it was on a... Yeah, interesting, that. Yeah, definitely, I agree. Which meant it's probably for us, right? Yep, I agree. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, if it was something Dad and the others read, it should be open. Oh, it seems your reasoning is correct. It's written right here. Yeah, interesting that. Someone wrote to those who remain. Yeah, it's gotta be. Is that a letter the culprit left? What's inside? You know what? I'm so fucking sick of people. Shit. It's actually driving me mad. Aniki, let's open it. After nodding silently, Jules and Yuki broke the seal! Right. A folded letter came out. Oh, this is going to be really quite interesting. I wonder what's actually going to be inside. I'll read it. Welcome to Rokkenjima, members of the Ushinomiya family. Yeah. She's literally revealing the fact that she is actually the culprit here. That is, she may be. Doesn't have to be her. It could be somebody completely posing as her, trying to make everyone think as if Beatrice is the person who's behind it. I'm Beatrice, the alchemist for the family, employed by Kinzo-sama himself. Yeah, that letter really was a joke. Oh, this Beatrice, who called herself the family alchemist, had announced that she was collecting the gold she'd lent grandfather along with interest. So really similar to the first time we'd actually heard that letter. And that interest was everything grandfather recreated. Exactly, yeah! Since this tragedy was right before our eyes as this paragraph was being read aloud. It clearly wasn't referring to just the wealth that grandfather had built. No, as in everything grandfather had built. I know, it was literal. Yeah, everything. So that's actually a really quite good indication of the fact that everyone is going to die. Everything that grandfather created. In other words, all of grandfather's descendants were included. Exactly. Yeah. It's interesting that this battler is so less naive, and he really understands more. But you would have understood more in the first one if he had been given this after. After the murders had actually occurred and he'd seen them. You bastard. Oh my god, I know. Solve my riddle, otherwise I'll kill your entire family, really. Yeah, I suppose so. I know! I mean, lives isn't just for gold, you say. It's almost like a contract with the devil, isn't it? You think that makes you look more like a witch? Don't make me laugh. Oh, interesting. Special clause. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
ベアトリーチェはこの権利をすべて永遠に放棄した。
Yep. However, if someone is able to discover the hidden gold of this contract, Beatrice must abandon these rights for all time. All time, fucking hell.
黄金の隠し場所についてはすでに金蔵様が私の肖像画の下に自分にて公示されております。
Kinzo-sama has already publicly displayed the location of the hidden gold within the epitaph under my portrait. Yeah, it's not very clear though. In other words, it's something like this.
もしこの殺人が利子の回収行為だというなら
If these murders represent her collecting interest.
それを止める条件としておじい様に与えた隠し黄金を探し出してみよう。こう言ってるんだよ。
If these murders represent her collecting interest, then she's telling us to try and find the gold she gave grandfather if we wanted to.
そして、
yeah.
その秘密は例の肖像画の秘文に隠されているとも言ってる。
This is also saying that the secret points of the gold is hidden in the portrait's epitaph.
つまりこいつは魔女さん
Suppose you call it that, yeah. So basically this is a letter of challenge from the
黄
witch.
金の隠し場所を記した暗号文を解けるものなら解いてみろと。
She's telling us to try and solve the code that points to the hidden gold if we can. Yeah, if we can. And if we can't, she'll keep collecting the interest as planned. Yep. He will never change, no matter which reality, which parallel universe, which alternate fate he is actually. No, use, like, you've played all of Higurashi. Use the word fragment like once, please. Yeah, no matter which fragment he is in, he will always maintain the same qualities. Similar to Higurashi. Bring it. Sorry, believe it or not. Bring it or not. Batara-kun. Look. Look. Ooh. The table is covered with sweets. So we found that these things were right out in the open. We just assumed they were sweets too. I mean, come on. You've seen them a lot, right? What? What? Oh, that was so good. What the genuine... Fuck. For lack of a better word. I am actually shocked. You know, these boxes of chocolate shaped like gold ingots. That's a really good trick. My god, she is clever. She knows what she's doing. This is no box of candy. I know. That's the weirdest thing. Make it out of this alive and you make a bloody mint. It's the real thing. I know. This is the real gold bar. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's inscribed with the crest of the gold. Sorry, the one-winged eagle. Yeah, funny that. Mother talking about this earlier. Exactly. I love this reveal so much though, genuinely. Goldings are weighing a full 10 kilograms. Fucking hell. A whole 3 of them were piled up in the very center of the table. What? Why 3? Well, that's interesting. That definitely proves that the gold exists. It's interesting that now there's going to be no debate over whether the gold actually exists or not. So I think all of the concentration is actually going to be poured on actually finding the solution to the epitaph, because of the fact there's no debate whether the gold exists or not. Yeah, that is interesting. It was where a cake would be placed if it was the birthday. Oh, God. Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, that is interesting. And I mean, it is definitely the most valuable one. Fucking hell. In other words, this was without a doubt the birthday cake of the party, known as the family conference. Yeah, fair, yeah. If these are really 4 9s quality ingots, I wonder if the 99.99 could potentially be a measure of its purity. Jesus fucking Christ. It's absurd. 15 million yen for each. Dama. Wait, you've got to be kidding me. Is he actually thinking about... That's too cheap. Oh my god. No, I know. That's understandable. A life is priceless, not 60 million yen. How much is 60 million yen to pounds? 5 million? 5.8 million if I remember correctly. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different conversion. Yeah, very different one. Yeah, 310,000. Yeah, 310,000 pounds worth of life. My god, piss off. This is some capitalist shit here. I definitely don't think it's accurate in the slightest. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. God, yeah, he's totally going for it. Don't take us for us for fools. Damn it. Oh, it is going to be interesting in which the stuff's just... I know, it has. So it has become Beatrice. Can you? I wonder if... You know, I really do wonder if Maria can actually solve the epitaph anyway. I really wonder. It's not like anyone can solve this riddle anyway. So Beato will definitely win. Yeah, I do find that really quite interesting that she just has 0 hope over whether Beatrice is actually here or not. Sorry, oh my god, I can't even focus on what I'm saying. She has 0 hope on whether people are actually going to win or not. She just thinks that they have no chance. She doubts them. She doesn't even view them as contestants, just because of how difficult this epitaph is actually to solve. Quickly, open the door to the Golden Land. Oh god, and take me with you. God, she just sounded so desperate and so full of desire, and then with that laugh, it just totally disproved any human emotion she had. Oh. Yeah, I didn't actually expect that. That was really quite... That was an abrupt ending. God. Yeah, my god, that was vivid. It really, really is brutal, this. I mean, my god. I genuinely wonder what's actually going to happen next and how they're going to begin solving the epitaph's riddle. Oh god. Yeah, that must be so tough. Oh god, it's just the worst that this is the last day of their lives and they need to make the most of it and they need to be the most brilliant they've ever been before. But at the same time they have this to deal with. So sad for Jessica though, genuinely. Right. This is where I am going to finish. Because I need to go to bed. I'm tired as fuck. Right. My god, that was so interesting today. I love the creativity of today and I thought it was so good and it really, really poses. Oh god, such an interesting theme in general, really. I'm really quite excited just to, you know, learn about how the fuck this is actually going to be solved. I mean, obviously how the fuck this is going to be solved, like what's actually going to happen in general. I'm really excited for that. And I'm also really, really excited just to see, you know, Battler especially. I wonder, like I said in the beginning, I wonder how, you know, the Battler who has finished episode 1 compared to the Battler who is just experiencing episode 2. I wonder how they're going to differ. And I also really, really wonder what's going to happen in regard to, you know, it's the banquet of the witches or something like that. You know, the celebration of the witch is more than one witch potentially. I really wonder about that. And yeah, I just wonder how, obviously, the knock-on effects of this, how the grief, how all of the emotions that surround it. I wonder how they're actually going to shape everything and how tomorrow is going to be. I wonder about the riddle of the epitaph. It's just so surprising that, you know, the gold was literally shown right there to them. I mean, when has that ever happened before? But to be fair, like, when has Beatrice ever been shown before? It's just really odd though. Like, I just love the creativity of this. I mean, it's so horrible. It really, really is ridiculous and disgusting what has happened. It's one of the most inhumane things that could ever be present. But at the same time, it's Beatrice, so it really doesn't surprise me that it's happened. It really, really doesn't. But at the same time, it's just so creative, and I do find it really interesting. I do find Maria's connections to this really interesting. Firstly, completely desensitized, doesn't give a fuck about the fact that, you know, loads of her aunties and uncles have died. And also, you know, her magic aspect as well. You know, the confidence that, firstly, nobody's actually going to solve everything. And the fact, and that, you know, these murders were basically dedicated to her. It's so weird. I wonder why that was the case. And, yeah, man, I'm really, really excited to read this. It's just going to be very interesting. It's such an odd turn. I mean, when we say odd, I really mean odd. Well, don't celebrate Halloween, guys. Could you imagine playing this on Halloween? That would be terrifying. Just think, like, after that, oh my god, this is going to happen to me, obviously. Well, if you ever feel like a force that is inside your chest, make sure to check it out, because sweets might be coming out of you. Yeah, that is so weird. That just really sounds like it is actually interesting that these things, they really just sound so ridiculous to be actually true, that they sound like elements of a fairy tale. I'm not even joking. It's really quite weird, and I suppose this whole fairy tale versus reality element is something that's really, really key in Umineko, or at least that's what we're seeing so far. And yeah, I'm gonna end here. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, my god, I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be fucking great. So yeah, see you then.